Hi everyone, today we have with us our mentee Mridul Tiwari. Mridul was a part of YLCC's interview growth camp. To begin with, I request you to please introduce yourself and tell us what inspired you to study law, firstly, and maybe give us a glimpse of your law school journey and tell us the areas of law that you are interested in.
Um, all right, hi Niharika. So, yeah, basically, my introduction. My name is Mridul. I graduated back in 2023. I was from IPU, GGS IPU College, WIPS to be specific. Um, yeah, one bad thing about that is that you don't really get jobs that easily as the NLU kids do, the prevalent trend in the market. But yeah, so right now, yeah, I am working at Jayasagar Associates as an associate A0, and I'm in the disputes team in the same firm. My usual area of practice is like, so in disputes team, I mean, your work is new every day, I would say. Like, we do a lot of work in commercial law. We do a lot of work in corporate law advisory and shareholder disputes, intellectual property disputes, intermediary disputes, I would say. We, for some reason, have been handling a lot of FMCG cases, which is something I never expected I would do, but I'm finding it very interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Great. So, as a law student, what key challenges did you face while trying to secure a job in this domain?
Oh, as a law student, actually a lot. So first of all, I think as a law student, there were the most important thing was to, show your face to any firm. Like before you get an internship, before you get a job, you need to have a funnel to reach there, to sit in front of them, to sit in front of the panel, which was almost never happening with me because I would just send out applications to these firms if I started interning in what my second year of college. And for some reason, I would just never get a response back from all these tier one places. Right. I kept trying, I kept trying. I sent out what 20, 30, 40, 50 applications some days. It just never happened. So that was one of the main reason, like most concerning issue I faced as a law student, that they would never ever revert. Luckily, I got placed at a place where I wanted to work. Eventually, it happened, and there were a lot of reasons for it. We'll get into that later, I would say. First was that as a law student, getting internships was a headache. Um, Studying law was another because law as a subject, I would say, is something very new to people who just come out of school, right? With this 5-year degree, you don't really get exposure to the whole legal part of it back in school. I would say it's a mature academic study to do, and you need an older mind to study, not someone who's just getting out of school, 17-year-old studying law. It's very difficult to apt to. And yeah, so that was quite difficult. Besides, I was a science student. So, I was always used to writing very objective answers to the point, and then you get to law school and then you're supposed to write essays.
Right.
So, yeah, that was a problem too. But yeah, we manage and we come through, I suppose.
Definitely. How did you
Yeah.
learn about YLCC and what inspired you to approach us for mentorship?
YLCC, I think it was back in my third year or fourth year. I don't remember exactly, but I think I saw one of Samanika's comments or some post on LinkedIn regarding, I don't know, I don't know. I think it was an advice about applying about internships, jobs and whatnot. So yeah, I just got curious. I opened her profile. I opened YLCC's page. I got to know about this organization who's supposed to curate students to get better internships and good jobs. So yeah, naturally, because that was something I wanted to do. That is something that all the law students out there want to do.
Right.
Yeah, I just started talking to these people and I got to know about what services do they provide, and I thought that let's just give it a shot too. Why not?
Why not?
Right, and
Always the
that
best to use. Right.
yeah.
So, what did you gain from the mentorship sessions, and how did your approach and your placement strategy, rather, to say, change
Hmm.
post attending these sessions?
Okay, so I think the first thing that was really helpful for me was CV making. So Manika herself gave me some tips. There were some other people, I do not remember the names, who told me about how to go about making your CV. What exactly do the recruiters or the HRC? I got to know about this new thing called ATS, automatic tracking system, or whatever the full form of that thing is. Basically tracks out your CV before they even see it, review it, and if it does not cut the requirements, it just does not get processed further, right? So I got to know about that, and that was quite scary. I thought, oh my God, I've been applied to 100 places. Is that why I'm not getting responses? So yeah, CV making was something very important that I learned there, how to curate your CV according to the situations and places where you're applying, how it should not be the same to every place, how you need to be very specific about the task that you do, those things. And Samanika, I think I had a session with her regarding my interview round. So one thing that she said and is still with me would be that, you need to connect with the other person who's taking your interview, the lawyer, on a human level. I mean, when they ask you, who are you? You are not supposed to say just that, yeah, my name is this and I'm working here. You're more than that, and tell them you're more than that. Tell them about your life, tell them your interest areas, tell them the things on which they might connect with you. Because of course we're all humans in the end, right? And yeah, that really helped actually. That really helped in my interviews. I would bond with people who are taking my interview, and then I would never hear a no for some reason. I got a lot of interviews cracked, and like in my internships and jobs, yeah, it helped. There was that. So I would say YLCC altogether gave me a very, what would be the right word? Pragmatic approach towards the whole how to solve your career, how to deal with the law profession. So yeah, really thankful for that.
Right. Any last tip for the audience members if you have to guide us through this placement season since it's so close?
Yes, yes, yes. Last step, I would say that, guys, law is tough, and making a career in it could be a headache, right? But do not give up. I mean, I know I have been to that place. I have recently started working, and there would be setbacks. There would be times when you won't get a reply. There would be all these problems coming to your head all together. Would feel like a tsunami. You feel like quitting, but don't. I mean, it all makes sense. You just keep working towards it. And after a few years, after maybe 1 or 2 years, you will look back at it and you'll be able to connect the dots that, yeah, maybe that is something what you did, which helped you today. So yeah, all the best.
Right, Mridul. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your experience and
Yeah,
for the tips, which I'm very certain are going to be very greatly beneficial for our audience. I, on behalf of ILCC, wish you all the very best for your journey ahead. Thank you.
thank you.